What is up, Star Wars fans? Elvis here with another video. This is part 3 on my Graflex mini-series, which I do plan to talk about the Graflex a little bit, but I want to talk about my experience in general at Rebel Scum Con 2025. It was amazing. Just simply amazing. I cannot wait to go back to Rebel Scum Con. I just got back this week and I'm already like, all right, what are the dates next year? I want to start planning this trip. Like, it's just so much fun, and I met so many people, and it really had this cool vibe about it of just like a smaller, intimate, like a mini celebration, I guess you could call it. You know, it was affordable. It was more local. There were, you know, really cool people there, people that are just really true Star Wars fans, but you also had time to like sit and relax and maybe get some food, and your hotel was part of the con, so like if you bought something, you could just go up the elevator and put it in your room. Super cool concept. They have done an amazing job with it. Can't wait for next year. But yeah, so let's talk about my experience a little more specifically. I came last year, absolutely loved it. Loved it in a special way because like it was the first time they did it, and I got to hang out with the new people and celebrities, and I just had this really nice, intimate feeling to a convention. And then this year, somehow they hit that mark by having that small, more intimate, you know, mini celebration, right? So it's not the big giant celebration, but like this smaller event. And honestly, I kind of hope they don't get too big, because it's a vibe. Like, it's just a cool thing to experience. But yeah, anyway, so this year I went as a content creator. I got a press pass. And I just want to say thank you to Rebel Scum Con again for, you know, giving me this opportunity. I ended up doing more content creation with interviews than I was planning to do. In fact, I wasn't really planning to do interviews much at all. But then I got there and started talking to people. It's super cool. But yeah, so they had these badges for, you know, all the different types of people that were there. So like if you had like the Friday, Saturday, Sunday pass, the 3-day pass, the VIP pass, the volunteer pass, and they all had this really cool art. This is the content creator one, obviously, but like the volunteer one had Deidre on it with the, you know, with the finger on her head and doing the weird look. And then the VIP had this really cool image of Darth Maul. Yeah, those were really cool, the passes that they did, and it was really cool that I got a press pass. First time I've ever been, you know, a content creator at a con before, so that was a really awesome experience. I did do just a tiny bit of shopping, so I want to show you some of the stuff that I picked up. Lots of great stuff there, but I have to admit, I spent a good amount of money on just like selfies and autographs and stuff like that. So when it came to regular shopping, I kind of held back a little bit, but I did see these and I picked them up because I have Darth Sidious, I have Obi-Wan and Anakin from Revenge of the Sith, and now I got Count Dooku and Mace Windu, and they're gonna go on my display with my TV here with my other Unleashed figures. Excited about that. Got a good deal on it too. I've never seen the Dooku in person, so as soon as I saw that, I knew I had to get it. And the Mace, the last time I saw it, it was like twice the price. So anyway, I had to get that too. Walking around the con, like this, they had so many great cosplays. And on Saturday, I walked in, and there was a Baylan Skoll walking out of the con. And, you know, he was on his way walking somewhere. Otherwise, I would have stopped him, talked to him a little bit about his cosplay. But I just said, "Nice Baylan," and you know, he smiled and kept walking. And like 5 minutes later, I get this tap on the shoulder, and I'm like, "Hey," and he's like, "Are you the Bro DeLorean?" And I was like, "Yes, I am." And he said, "I actually started my costume by watching your video. Like, that's the only video I could find on YouTube on how to do a Baylan." And he used some of the same stuff, like pro cosplay, and the way he painted his armor was the same way I explained how I did mine in the video. And I don't know, that was just such a cool moment for me. you know, I make these videos, and I know my friends watch them, and I get comments every once in a while from people, but again, mostly friends. And for someone to just walk up and be like, hey, I watched your video, and that's how I did this. Thank you for making that, was like heartwarming. It was just like, I felt, I don't know, what's the word I'm looking for? Validated. So anyway, met this guy. I know him as Meddler's Row. I know he gave me his real name, but Meddler's Row on Instagram. And he, I didn't get swag from him there, but we've been chatting a bit since we both got back from RSC, and he sent me all of this really cool swag, like his, what is this, the 501st card here? Yeah, I'm not sure. I gotta read this. I don't have reading glasses on, but I think it's a 501st card. And then a patch. It's got a really, really cool band, and I should show that again up close. Focus. There we go. Maybe. Well, anyway, I can't get it to focus. I'll put a picture up of us from the con. But then he also sent me this patch that he had made and this like challenge coin, which looks so cool. Thank you so much for sending me this stuff. We also got Star Wars Celebration, the Dark Empire sent me that too. Very cool. But yeah, so got to meet someone who watched my YouTube videos. That was neat. Got to meet lots of content creators. In fact, I got swag from a whole bunch of people. Let me try something here. There we go. Yeah, so I got swag from like Jedi Lex and Dad Vader. Like he has this kind of like a almost like a trading card. Nerd Squadron's got his new stickers out. Biker Jedi. Met this really cool tattoo artist, and you know, these are probably my favorite right here. This is a buddy of mine made these. So he's got this new Mando cosplay that he did, and it's got kind of like a Air Force pinup kind of style to it, and he's got these sabacc cards that he made, and he put his girlfriend on here as a Twi'lek. And she actually ended up making this into a cosplay after he made these cards because she thought it looked cool. But yeah, the sabacc cards, I really like that. I'm going to have to make something like that someday out of sabacc cards. I think that'd be cool. But yeah, so lots of cool swag, met lots of cool people. You know, something that you get when you signed up for a autograph or a selfie with the celebrities is they would give you these cards. And well, of course, I went to see Roger Christian and Lauren Peterson, the Youngling. Got to see Wedge Antilles, which is just so cool, and Matthew Wood, General Grievous, Battle Droids. In fact, he did something really, really cool for me. Well, here, let's see. We got my photo with Lauren Peterson here, or not photo with him, but my autograph from Lauren Peterson. I love this image, him working on the creature from Empire Strikes Back. And then Matthew Wood did this one for me, and cool story about this one is I had just gotten off the phone with my wife. I was in line, and my son recently got braces, and she said he's really crabby, he's having a bad day. And I talked to him, I was like, I'm going to go meet General Grievous. He's like, really? Yeah, that's cool. So when I walked up to Matthew Wood to get his autograph, he asked, who do you want to make this out to? And of course, selfishly, I was thinking me, duh. But at the last second, I was like, can you make it out to my son, Declan? General Grievous is like his favorite character. He's having kind of a bad day right now because he just got braces, and I think this would really cheer him up. And he says, really? Okay, what color? And I said, he got blue braces. So he grabbed a blue marker, and he wrote, Declan, you are a bold one. General Grievous, Matthew Wood. He also did write Elvis, a fine addition to your collection on here, and Roger. So anyway, I got to bring that home for my son. He absolutely loved it. Really, really did cheer him up. And then I got this autograph from Chris Bartlett. I actually got to do an interview with Chris Bartlett, Lauren Peterson, Roger Christian, and Dimitri Karas, which is first interview I've ever done with anyone. It's going to be coming out soon. I'll probably load the next video on the channel. But he plays all kinds of characters in the Mandoverse. So he's the stormtrooper that shot Grogu, infamously, and he's on record saying he would love to do it again. But yeah, the stormtrooper that shot Grogu, he was the stormtrooper that Ezra shot in Ahsoka. And the funny story is he didn't know it, but there's this Funko of Thrawn's Night Troopers, and it's the stormtrooper helmet with the gold eye. So anyway, this Funko has been out, and it was out for like a year until he realized that was the helmet that he was wearing in Ahsoka. So this Funko is actually based off of the character he was playing, which is super cool. But he was also in Book of Boba doing a bunch of stuff. In fact, being a sand person. Can't think of the right name right now. Tusken Raider. Anyway, but yeah, he was one of the Tusken Raiders. And he was also in Obi-Wan as a stormtrooper. But anyway, cool guy. Signed this Funko for me and gave me an interview. So I look forward to putting that on the channel. I hope you guys enjoy that. Yeah, Lauren Peterson, got to interview him for a couple of minutes too. I'm going to be loading that one soon. That one was really neat too. He's a very, very nice guy, soft-spoken. And yeah, just loves this stuff. So that one was a lot of fun. And of course, I get to what was the main event for me, which was Roger Christian. So I did show him my Graflex and asked him to critique it. I did tell him I went with the idealized grips on here, so they're not spaced accurately to the one that he did. They're all evenly spaced. So I did tell him that I did that. I kind of regret doing the grips like that. I almost wish I did it the way it's supposed to be. He looked at the bubble card, loved that. And anyway, yeah, he said it's actually really nice and pretty comparable to what it was really like until we got to the pommel and these two rivets in it. And yeah, so I don't know if you saw my interview with him. I posted that a few days ago. Yeah, so his only had one rivet. There's a little bit of a story to it where the lightsaber that was found after the movie was a special effects one that had two rivets on it. So that's just kind of become canon. But his only had one rivet. So I don't know. I might make another one with just one rivet just to keep telling that story. I think it's funny. But yeah, so Roger Christian did sign my Graflex, which is so cool. He actually signed a bunch of stuff for me. I got his autograph on a 8x10 here. And he also made this documentary called, Galaxy Built on Hope. Super cool documentary. He covers how things were made and sourced. Like he talks about the Graflex handle and how he found that, and how he would buy broken airplanes and take them apart, and like that made its way into different things like the Millennium Falcon or that ring on the top of the Obi-Wan's lightsaber from A New Hope. And yeah, just really very interesting documentary. I hope it ends up on a streaming service at some point. It sure would be nice if it made it to like Disney Plus someday. But yeah, I've watched this twice already. I really enjoyed it. It's a great documentary. I recommend checking it out. And what else did I want to show off here? Oh, photo ops. So I got photo ops with, I think they called it the Return to Mandalore photo, but it had Bo-Katan, Axe Wolves, the Armorer, and Paz Vizsla, all in the same photo. My buddy Chris was in the photo too. Yeah, these guys were fun. They were a bunch of characters. I didn't make it to their panel, but a bunch of people recorded the panel, and I've loaded it to YouTube. I really recommend you check it out. That was a fun one. Just cool people. Also got a photo with Sam Witwer, Mr. Darth Maul, and yeah, he was a cool guy too. Just seeing him walk into the hotel and like, you know, seeing people sitting at breakfast with us, it was neat just all being together like that. But yeah, I that's all the stuff that I picked up. My favorite part about this con though had to have been the people that I met. So I ran into lots of different content creators and cosplayers, and what was different about this con that I think, you know, it's different from other cons is that everyone just had like this really great attitude. Everyone was there and just wanted to have a good time. There wasn't complaining. There was a little bit of a issue with lines to get these cards at the beginning of Friday, and you know, the line was really long, and there was a little bit of complaining there, but you know, that got solved for. But yeah, anyway, everyone there just wanted to have a good time, and it was weird. You know, like that friend that you have that you can just like pick up where you left off, even if you haven't talked to him like a year. It felt like that with everyone. It felt like Star Wars summer camp. Like, got to see some of the people that I met last year again. Super cool. Chris Bartlett remembered me. Couldn't remember my name, Elvis, but I mean, why would he remember my name? But he remembered my face. But yeah, so like everyone that I met, like the hyperdrivers and Jedi Lex and you know, unfortunately I'm not going to think of everyone's names right now. Pop the Bounty Collector, but you know, I met all these people, and it's funny because a couple of people were wearing this shirt that had the Andor logo on it that said "I have friends everywhere," and that kind of like became my motto or mantra, or I don't know what the word is, but all of these Star Wars people immediately became like my Star Wars friends, and I know, you know, if whoever comes back to Rebel Scum Con next year, it's going to feel just like that again, and I can't wait. I hope I do keep conversations going with a bunch of these people throughout the year. But anyway, it was just like Star Wars friends for life. But yeah, that had to have been the best part. I mean, there were lots of good parts. Like, I loved everything about this con, and if you haven't checked it out yet, please check it out. And maybe we'll see you there next year. I'd love it. Come up, say hi, shake my hand. Yeah, we could do a cosplay photo together or whatever. But yeah, okay, sorry guys. I'm sure I've talked way too long here. I just really wanted to share my experience at Rebel Scum Con and how great it was. Thank you so much to the showrunners, Kentucky and Bobby, especially. Like, you guys, I saw you running everywhere. Just, there was never a dull moment. You guys were always doing something. And like, Bobby stopped and came up and wished me a happy birthday on Saturday. And it was just so wild that, you know, this guy has a billion things going on, and he remembers it's my birthday and gave me a little present of a pencil because where is that pencil? I have it right here. So he was dressed up as Lauren Peterson, and, you know, I always got the pencil behind the ear or whatever. And he gives me this pencil and says, "Happy birthday from not Lauren Peterson." And I was confused at first. I'm like, did Lauren Peterson actually sign this? And he went, maybe, and like looked down, and I looked at him, and he's dressed up as Lauren Peterson, so that's pretty funny. But yeah, thank you so much, you guys, for, you know, letting me show up as a content creator this time. Really hope to do it again. And yeah, I'm getting to the point where I'm rambling, so I'll stop it here. Thank you guys for watching the Graflex series. I hope you liked it. Probably gonna have to build a couple more of these. It's especially after installing this and then meeting Roger and hearing the stories and hanging out with Lauren. Like, I just feel so connected to Star Wars right now. It's just like a much deeper connection. And yeah, just super happy. Loved it. Had an amazing time. All right, I'll leave it right there. Okay. Thank you so much, guys. May the Force be with you all. And yeah, we'll catch the next one. Bye, guys.